Alright, hello and welcome back to my 2.5D RPG in Unity tutorial. Today we're going to be starting on implementing sort of quests, so you get a set of objectives and then you complete the objectives and we have an interface to show them that they're being completed and for information and shit like that. But first I just want to make a quick plug because I have released a game on Monday. It's called Loud or Quiet. It's kind of like I was kind of going for Hotline Miami meets Payday meets Max Payne sort of thing. So it's out on Steam. It is currently on a 10% discount because it's the launch discount. So if you want to support the channel or if you like the look of the game, then go buy it. So yeah, there's a plug done. Now let's go on to the demo. The link will be in the description for it, or you just found it by searching for Steam. So first up, if we press X, we'll see that we have a quest for gone shopping, and it then shows us the objectives, even if we, like in this little box here. So you feel hungry, find some bread. So let's go find some bread. I also added outlines to the art because it looks a bit nicer. So yeah, just press I, and we now add the bread to the inventory. And if we press X, we can see that it says the objective's done. And now we need to go find some water. So let's see, there's some water here, we'll add that to the inventory, and it says now that we've got the water, the quest is done. We've gone shopping. And likewise, there's two of the same quest just so we can show there's more than one. Now we need a gun, so we'll just add that, and that's that. And we will use that item. So now we have an assault rifle, and if we press E to talk to this guy, and I've added a way to basically trigger a quest from the conversation using that conversation code trigger that we did when we did conversations. And if I press no, I'm not cool at all, then it will give us the quest to kill him before he kills you. We've got to kill this NPC who's trying to kill us, so if we just shoot him, we can see his health going down, and the quest is now done, and he's red because he's dead. And yeah, we can actually steal all his bread. I'm pretty sure that rhymed. But yeah. So let's get on to how we did this. Alright, so first off, we have this quest base class. This is basically just stores the objectives of the quest, the current objective it's running, the name of the quest, and whether it's been started, finished, or failed. And the quest counter is just the index of the current objective. First off, we have this quest update. Instead of using the actual update function, I'm just going to have it's basically update. This is called from like a manager, the quest display GUI, which I'll get into in a minute. Basically, I was only going to have the currently active quest be updated. So all the other quests aren't currently active, won't be have their objectives checked. So you can only like complete the objectives of the active quest. But even if you do meet certain criteria of a quest, so say it wasn't active but you were doing the shopping quest, and you had both water and bread in your inventory, as soon as that quest was activated, then it would complete because you've met all the criteria. So that's that. And then we basically just check this basically if the current objective is done, and if the quest counter is less than the objectives in quest.count, then we will increment the quest counter and set the current objective to be the objective at the index, the newly increased index, because it's stored in the list. Next up is just this basically just marks out whether the quest has been finished or not. And if the quest is not finished, then it will call this isQuest. I shouldn't have done that. It'll call it isQuest completed method, which is a virtual boolean, which are all these. You will basically use child classes, which I'll go over in a second, which will implement more complex functionality that you'd want in the quest. So say, yeah. So basically, it'll do that until the quest is done, and then it doesn't need to call it anymore, so we don't call it once the quest is finished. So, for example, we've got the gone shopping quest here. So, in the start function, we just set the name to gone shopping, but you could just do this in the inspector as well. You know, doesn't really matter. Is quest started? Just for like debugging, we're going to return true because we just want to start it straight away. We have an onComplete method, although we're not using it. So you could use this to say add, say give the player some kind of reward like money or items or information, whatever. And we've got an override for is quest completed. This basically just checks if the last objective in the list of objectives that we had here, if the last objective is done, then the quest is completed, and we call onComplete, and then we set quest finished to true. And then we return true. Otherwise, we just return false. And for is quest failed, we just return false all the time because we can't really fail getting bread and water. So yeah, similarly, I'll go over the objectives now. Sorry. Okay, so next up we have basically a base class for our objectives for the quest. So I've got a string just to give text information about what you should do for the objective. A virtual bool, which basically you'll just override and fill in with whatever criteria you need to meet for the objective being complete. So like enemies being dead, having items. I've got a couple of examples I'll show you. You know, just whatever. On objective complete, again, you just do whatever. And we have a virtual string for getting the objective text. Now, I know we've got a public string here, which could just return that, and that is just the default. But if you wanted to have like a progress tracker, like on the example I showed you, we had your health being displayed alongside the objective, so you could have something like that. So you could return objective text plus health. You know, something like that. So, and I'll just show you the objective here. So this is the example for get bread. So first off, we're doing start. We just set the objective text. So if you feel hungry, find some bread. But again, you could have just done that in the inspector. You know, it's up to you. Then we've got an override boolean for is the objective done. So we're saying we wanted to check through each of the items in the player's container. And if the item name is bread, then we're saying return true because the player has bread. And if we can go through the entire list without finding bread, then we just return false. And then on objective complete, we don't really want to give them any rewards because bread isn't that hard to find. And again, we just return the objective text here. And as a slightly different one, I've also got kill him, or kill someone as an objective. So this one has a couple more variables. So in this case, we have the target game object and the human stat controller, just so we can get their health value. We've got the objective text kill plus target.name, and the human stat controller is just the target.get component human stat controller. And instead of checking player's inventory for bread, this time we just check the human stat controller off the target and check if the health is less than or equal to 0. If it is, we return true, otherwise false. And for the objective text, we just return the set objective text plus a little indicator for the HP, so just HP, and the actual health value converted to a string. And yeah, that's that. Okay, I'm just going to show you how the quests are set up in the inspector. So it's simple, really. I'll just do the kill one, hit one. Basically, we've got the quest for kill him. We've got the one objective in the quest, which you can just drag and drop in the inspector. We've also got the NPC target set there, and that's pretty much it. Now I'll go on to the what is it? The quest display GUI. So this is basically a controller for the quest, so it will manage the active quests of the player, and it will also like display a little GUI, so we can see we can set which quests we want to be active and see which ones we have and which ones we've done, and etc. But remember, all the GUI stuff is temporary because I'd like to do it with this whole. I'd like to give this whole Unity canvas thing a try when I have all the GUI elements. I know what GUI elements I want to put into the game. So yeah, so first off, we've got a singleton for referencing the class. So quest display GUI me. We've got a public quest base just to be the selected quest. So this will be what displays in the top of the screen. So if we just press X, that quest is active. Yeah. We've got a list of all the active quests, so these will be quests that the player has accepted. And finally, we've got a boolean for displaying it, and the scaling stuff that scales the screen to 1080p. First off, in awake, we just initialize stuff, so if the singleton is null, then we set the singleton to be this instance of the script. We set all active quests to be a new list of quest base. Okay, so first off, in the update function, we have a should be display, which basically just checks for if the player has pressed X, and if it does, it will switch the GUI on and off. And next, we have a check for if the selected quest is null. So if we don't have a selected quest, we don't do anything. Otherwise, we switch to basically perform checks to see if the quest has been finished. Actually, I should have failed. My selected quest failed. So if my selected quest is finished or failed, is equals true, then my quest we call the quest update because then we want to check whether we've met any more of the objectives of that quest. And yeah, next up is another method. This is add and set active quest. Basically, this is well, one example I had here was from the conversation. Basically, we find the quest kill him, and we use that method there to set the kill him to be the active quest. So yeah, that's pretty much what it does. It'll just set the quest passed in to be the active quest, and it'll add it to the list. You know, that's simple, really. Just in case, like, you need to trigger to start a boss fight or something, and then you need to, like, instantly alert the player that you were in a boss fight, kill him, or something. Next up, got get current objective text. This is mainly just used on that little box I show at the top of the screen, where it just displays the objective, and that's pretty much it. It'll just get the objective text from the current quest. That's what I meant to say. And finally, we just have the on-GUI stuff. Again, it's just literally just drawing the stuff in a box. So it'll go through all the active quests. It'll draw a background box. It'll draw a box with the quest name in it. And if the quest isn't finished, it will draw a button to set the my selected quest to be equal to that quest. And if the quest is done, it will just draw a box saying quest done. And likewise, on the other side of the screen, it will draw a box of boxes with all the objectives and the current state of the objectives. So it'll say done if the objective is done and whatever the text for the objective was, and for the current objective, it will say whatever that is, but it won't tell you future objectives past the current one, just so it doesn't spoil anything. So I'll just go through all the quests, and if the objective is done, it'll draw objective done, and if it is the current objective, then it'll draw current. And after this loop through, basically check if my selected quest finish is true, then we just say finish quest. Otherwise, we draw a box saying failed quest if the quest has been failed. And finally, this is just a bit that draws the quest indicator, or like a little objective hint. So I'll draw if the quest finishes false, then it'll draw the current objective text. Otherwise, it will just draw quest done for my selected quest name. I think that's just about it. On past input, basically we're just finding all the quests I've gone shopping and adding them to the active quests list. I know it may seem a bit simple right now, but what was it? Sorry. But for quite a few, some of the features of quests, like objective markers and all that stuff, we're going to need like additional bits of the world and a map and mini-maps and shit. So we will revisit quests and flesh them out a bit more. So I think that'll be next time, actually. Next week's episode will be on what? Friggin'. I know the words, they're just not coming out. It's overworld, and so we'll have like an overworld map and transitioning between them and stuff like that. So we can then implement the second part of the quest. So we'll have like a map to the quest objective or whatnot. So yeah. So that is that. I'll just give you a quick demo again. So first up, we have a menu just to set quests to be active. You can see, you feel hungry, find some bread. So let's find some bread. Let's see if there's any in this pile. Yep, there's bread in that pile. We can now see that the objective has changed to be you are thirsty, get some water. We can see that we've found some bread. The objective is marked as done. And let's add some water. And we've finished the quest because we got bread and water. And again, if we just get this item here, assault rifle, ammo, use item, that guy's going to rudely try and push past. And he's a bit stuck, but whatever. So yeah, so let's talk to him. I'm going to say, no, I'm not cool at all. And as you can see, it's started a new quest saying kill him. And you'll see that the objective is there. And it'll say we need to kill this NPC. So let's do that. So you can see his health going down, And there, we've completed the quest. Kill him before he kills you, because we have a lot more health than he does. So yeah, that was sort of basics of quests. Next time we're going to be doing like overworld and maybe a mini-map. I don't know whether to put that in its own separate episode, depends how complex it is. I don't think it should be that hard, it's just mapping the position in the world to the position in a texture, and then having all that stuff. So maybe not, who knows. And then we'll get on to more advanced bits of quests, maybe like having quests in different parts of the world, like that go between different parts of your world or something. I'll work out how to do that. And yeah, so cheers for watching. Go buy Loud or Quiet. Again, that's out on Steam. It's really good. Yeah. So cheers for watching and goodbye.